Some Singaporeans were shocked when I detailed the corruption of the ISD, how they forced me to sign false confessions. They said that they never thought such things could happen in Singapore. But this is not something new. From the beginning of PAP's rule, the ISA has been used not to protect the country, but to protect the party. Yes, I was detained for almost 4.5 years, but compared to others, mine was nothing. Chai Tai-po, a Barisan Socialist member of parliament, he was an MP, was 26 years old when he was arrested in 1966. When he was finally released from all restrictions, he was 57. He spent 23 years in detention and another 9 years under restriction orders. The ISD tried to force him to confess that he was a communist. He refused, so they kept him. Said Zahari, journalist and activist, was arrested in 1963. The night before, he had just been elected as the president of Parti Rakyat Singapura. His wife was pregnant. The first time he was able to hug his daughter was when she was 17 years old. During detention, he was told he will be shot. He never stood trial. Dr. Po Su Kai, founding member of the PAP and later Barisan Socialist, was detained multiple times. He spent more than a decade in detention without trial. Like Chia Tai-po, Said Zahari, and hundreds others, they said he was part of a communist conspiracy. He denied it. They never charged him, and they kept him. That was the pattern. In the 1960s, the word was communist. That was the label used to discredit anyone who opposed the PAP. And the detainees, they could not respond. No lawyer, no trial, no chance to speak. The only story the public ever heard was from the government. Then in the late 1980s, it happened again. A group of social workers, theatre performers, and church activists were detained. They had spoken up about migrant workers, poverty, and injustice. Vincent Chang, Teo So Lau, Wong Su Ki, and others. They were accused of being of part of a Marxist conspiracy to overthrow the government. No evidence, just accusations. They were forced to sign false confessions and they were forced to make public statements. And when they were released and said that they were coerced, what did the ISD do? Did they investigate their own officers? Of course not. They rearrested Solang, Vincent, and others and held them for another year. What about now? We don't know what happens to those who are still detained. We don't hear their voices. All I can speak about is what I went through and what the ISD officers told me. I was told that many of those inside have gone insane, held in solitary for years, alone in a small cell with no idea if or when you will ever be released. I remember my own experience. 2 years into my detention, I was just supposed to be released 2 days before my release date. I was told it will be extended. I had plans. I was going to surprise my mother. I was going to FaceTime with my wife and kids back in Australia. Instead, I was brought to the interrogation room. S. Krishnan, one of the directors, came into the room. He shouted at me. I was confused. I was like, why shout when I was about to be released? For 2 years, the ISD officers, RRG Ustads, and psychologists had discussed politics with me. I was told to keep quiet about the government. Don't criticize the PAP. I was told that terrorism is about Islam. I rejected their claims. I told them that to demand silence is anti-democratic and that terrorism is about politics, not religion. Krishnan told me I should listen to them. He said, this is not about who has the best argument. We want you to internalize what we tell you. Then he asked me, do you believe Islam is perfect? I said yes. He said, we want you to accept the Islam that we approve. Then he told me my detention was extended by 2 more years. At 4 years, I was told it will be extended again unless ICA charges me and I renounce my Singapore citizenship. I can only imagine what those still inside are going through. Many of them have gone through multiple cycles of 2 year extensions and rejections, hoping for release, only to be told again, not yet. Another 2 years, and another, and another. So when I say the ISD is corrupt, this is not new. I knew this before I was arrested. The ISA is not about justice. If the PAP or ISD have evidence, take it to court. Put them on trial. Let them defend themselves. If they are guilty, punish them for what they have done. But detention without trial has no place in a society that claims to uphold the rule of law. This is not about security. This is not about stability. It is about fear, and it is silence enforced by law, backed by power. And we need to tell the truth about this.